Hello. For my book talk, I chose these three books. I've got Prisoner B 3087 by Alan Gratz. I've got Allies, also by Alan Gratz. And The Racers by Neal Bascomb. The running theme through these three novels is war, particularly World War II. So in Prisoner B 3087, it's such a sad story, but it revolves around 10 concentration camps, 10 different places where they were starved, tortured, worked to death. It's something no one can ever imagine surviving, but it's what Janek has to face. As a Jewish boy in the 1930s in Poland, Janek is at the mercy of the Nazis who have taken over his town. Everything he has and everyone he loves has been snatched brutally from him. And then he is taken prisoner, and they tattoo this on his arm, the B3087. That's his prisoner ID number. And he gets moved from camp to camp to camp, concentration camps, during this time of World War II. It's just, the war is raging all around him. He encounters evils like he never could have imagined. And one second he thinks he's over it, and the very next minute he encounters some more evil. It is just one bad thing after another for him. But in the end, he finds out who he really is on the inside, even though he has been losing hope, losing his family, and gone through so much. Anyway, this story is based on a true story. Highly recommended to see that part of World War II coming through the eyes of a young boy. This book is, I highly recommend this book too. This is about the car is a car that Mercedes invented in the late 30s that was, super turbocharged. And Hitler wanted to make sure that the car was destroyed. All the records of its winnings were destroyed. He wanted to make sure that the German racers and their cars were the only winners that were ever talked about, told about. So this is interesting. If you didn't know that little bit about Adolf Hitler, that racing was one of his hobbies, I recommend this one. And then last but not least is another book by Alan Gratz. This one is called Allies. Alan Gratz is also the best-selling author of Refugee. Maybe many of you have read that one. So in Allies, this story is mostly about different voices and stories that are woven into an epic tale of teamwork in the face of tyranny. Not unlike today, we have, there is still tyranny in our world. It has not been eradicated. And this book is about how just one day can change the world. So on June the 6th, 1944, the Nazis, of course, are terrorizing Europe. They're trying to conquer the world. And they have several little stories that are told from different perspectives. But the tragedies that are happening during this time in the 40s, in the 1940s, are still things that are happening today.